The Typhur Dome 2 vs Ninja. I tested two of the best selling air fryers from both brands. The Ninja Foodi Dual Zone is $250 cheaper, but the Typhur has one insane feature that might justify the extra dollars. And two baskets seems better than one, but what if it actually isn't? Don't buy either until you see how these stack up. By the end, you'll know exactly which one is better so that you don't waste hundreds of dollars. The Typhur Dome 2 has one basket, while the Ninja Foodi Dual Zone has two. So the Ninja Foodi lets you make two different meals at the same time. You can technically do this with the Typhur Dome 2, which I'll explain in a second, but on the front of the Ninja is a power, start, stop, time, and temperature controls. Each basket has its own independent time and temperature settings that you can adjust. If you want to adjust zone 1, you just hit zone 1, zone 2, you just push zone 2. Then there's Smart Finish or Sync, Match Cook, or Match, depending on which model you have. Sync makes the food in each drawer finish cooking at the same time, so one drawer doesn't go cold. Match makes each drawer use the same time and temperature settings in case you want to cook the same thing in each drawer. On the Typhur Dome 2 are touch buttons for pizza, bacon, steak, wings, air fry, toast, grill, and reheat. There's also arrows where you can adjust the time and temperature. Not all these presets are on the machine. There's actually an app that you can use to activate more presets, and it lets you customize the buttons. It even comes with the self-clean feature, which I'll get to later. Both of these air fryers are massive, as you can tell. The Ninja is taller, but the Dome 2 is wider. They're going to take up a good chunk of space on your counter, and the Dome 2 weighs about 20 pounds while the Ninja weighs 18. So both are heavy, making it harder to move them around, but not necessarily impossible. And if you're thinking about buying either of these, I've got links in the description. I'll keep updated with the best discount on the internet. Using those links will save you money, and it helps support the channel, so thank you. The Dome 2 basket has a 5.6 quart capacity, while the Ninja gives you 4 quarts in each basket, or 8 quarts total. Now, you might be thinking, the Ninja can make more food, so it seems like a no-brainer, but the capacity isn't really what it seems. The Dome 2 design has a wider surface area, which means you can fit more food on a single layer. If you try to stuff the baskets with the Ninja, you're gonna have to shake them a few more times or buy Ninja rack accessories. If you don't, you can get half crisp, soggy, or undercooked food. The Dome 2 can fit about 27 wings on one layer, and the Ninja fits about 7 on each basket. Also, you can cook two things at once in the Dome 2. I do it all the time. I put salmon on the left side of the basket and sweet potatoes on the right. At first, I fell in love with the idea of two baskets, but then reality sets in and it comes with a whole host of other problems, which I haven't even told you about yet. I think both of these are innovative designs, but the Dome 2 feels slightly more practical. I'll just call this one a tie for now. Nobody wants an air fryer that sounds like a leaf blower, so I measured the loudness on both machines, and on the Dome 2 we got 51 decibels, and on the Ninja we got 63. Just to give you some context, your average blender is 100 decibels loud. You're not gonna wake anyone up, but sometimes I forget the Dome 2 is even running. Point to the Dome 2. One reason people love air fryers is because of how fast they can cook food compared to ovens. The worst part about using an oven is that it takes forever and you gotta preheat it. On the Dome 2, there are 3 modes that require preheating. It's pizza, steak, and bake. On the Ninja, you don't even need to preheat it at all. To see which one cooks faster, I created 2 fat meatballs, both weighing 130 grams, and I stuck a probe into each one. And I knew as soon as the internal temperature on the meatball hits 160 degrees Fahrenheit, it was cooked. I used the same presets and temperature. The Typhur Dome 2 cooked the meatball in 15 minutes, while the Ninja cooked the meatball in 16 minutes. Here are the results comparing the two, just so you can see how they're cooked. Point to the Dome 2. Next, I wanted to see how even these two machines apply heat. I put pieces of bread in each drawer. I used the same temperature and about the same time across each. Here's the bread with the Dome 2, and here's the bread with the Ninja. I'm not surprised that the bottom of the bread on the Ninja wasn't as brown. The Ninja only has one burner at the top, while the Typhur Dome 2 has a dual burner with heat coming from both the top and the bottom. That means you'll have to babysit and flip and shake the basket with the Ninja more than you would the Dome 2. Most of the time when I'm using the Dome 2, I rarely flip or shake the food because it just cooks evenly on both sides. Point to the Dome 2. The next thing I wanted to see is which one makes food more crispy. I took wings, asparagus, salmon, pizza, and fries, and I coated them with a small layer of olive oil. Then I used the recommended settings that came with each manual. Here's the wings, the asparagus, the salmon, the pizza, and the fries. Now, everyone's gonna have their own opinion on this, but I think the Dome 2 did slightly better with crisping the salmon, the fries, and definitely did a better job with the pizza. These were pretty much neck and neck though, so I'm just gonna call this one a tie. Remember how we talked about reality setting in? Well, things get real once you start to clean these two air fryers. The Ninja has 2 drawers, which seems great, right? Double the capacity, cook 2 things at once, amazing. Well, now you get to clean 2 baskets at once. It's not a deal breaker, but this next part actually was for me. The Ninja uses a Teflon nonstick coating, while the Typhur Dome 2 uses ceramic nonstick coating. Scratched Teflon can leach something called PFAS into your food. These build up in the body over time and can cause hormone disruption and cancer, so you've got to be extra careful that you don't scratch the coating on this. But the more reviews I read, the more I was kind of shocked by how many people were saying it gets scratched easily. I even started moving the baskets on my counter and I looked at the bottom and they were already scratched. Now, I don't know if people are using metal utensils in theirs or if these baskets are just not that durable, but I'm sure as heck gonna stick to the Dome 2 because the nonstick coating in this is PFAS free, but it doesn't exactly come with a free lunch either. You wanna make sure that you don't scratch this one as well, just so you don't get anything leaching in your food. But out of the two, I think the Typhur seems like the safer option here. It also comes with a self-clean mode, which works like magic. Inside the Dome 2 is a special material that combined with high heat evaporates grease. It's much easier to clean than the Ninja. If you don't believe me, just look at this Reddit post where this guy's spent an entire day taking it apart. If that were me, I'd probably just junk the thing. The Typhur Dome 2 retails at about $500, and to some people, I get that's jaw-dropping, but with a coupon code, you can get it for $340. The Ninja retails at about $200 on Amazon, and it's sometimes $180. So the Ninja gets the point for being the cheaper, more affordable machine, but I'm a big fan of the concept buy it for life. To me, it makes sense to spend a little extra upfront and get the Typhur Dome 2. The quality is better and it feels like it's just gonna last you a lot longer. There's no Teflon, it's easier to clean, and I think it just has the better design. Whichever one you decide to get, I've got links in the description, which I'll keep updated with the best discount on the internet. Just make sure you don't wait because I don't want you to miss out on these deals.